everyone. We're back with part 3 of getting the most from your nutrition facts panel. And now we're getting into the fun stuff, which is practicing comparing two different products. You're going to see some similarities and some differences. For starters, let's look at the serving size. 1 cup and 1 cup. So they're using the same serving size. That makes it very easy to compare. Servings per container 12, servings per container 8. So if you don't have your cup measure and you're estimating, you're going to look at 1/12 of the box or 1/8 of the box as a serving size. Calories, cereal number 1 is 100 calories, 150 with skim milk, with the half cup of skim milk. Cereal number 2 is 170 calories, or 210 with the half cup of skim milk. So considerably more calories here. If that's a concern for you, if you're looking to consume more calories or fewer calories, then you're going to want to look at that. In terms of the macronutrients, we've got our fat, our carbohydrate, our fiber, and our protein. There's a big difference in the carbohydrate. So 20 grams of carbohydrate in 1 cup of this cereal, and more than double that, 44 grams of carbohydrate in this cereal. So that's a significant difference. If you are on a controlled carbohydrate diet because you're trying to manage your blood sugar, then you're going to take that into consideration when making a choice. Dietary fiber, 3 grams. Dietary fiber, 10 grams. So cereal number 2 has more than 3 times as much fiber as cereal number 1. If you're trying to increase your fiber to deal with constipation, for example, then cereal number 2 is a great option for you. At 11%, cereal number 1 is a good source of fiber. And at 40%, cereal number 2 is an excellent source of fiber. In terms of other lows, meaning 5% or lower, the sodium is 6% and 9%. So cereal number 2 is higher in sodium. If you have hypertension and you're looking for a lower sodium cereal, then you might want to choose cereal number 1. If you're concerned about protein and you're trying to increase your protein across all of your meals, cereal number 1 has 3 grams of protein and cereal number 2 has 4. So cereal number 2 is slightly higher in protein. Take a look at the micronutrients that are listed. There are some similarities, some differences. Iron, for example, at 45% is an excellent source in this cereal. Here, iron is at 90%, so the same amount of cereal has 90% of the iron you would need during the day. So if iron is an issue for you and you're trying to increase your iron, maybe you've struggled with anemia, then you're going to want to choose cereal number 2. Folic acid. In cereal number 1, you're getting 50% of the folic acid you would need in a 2,000 calorie a day diet. In cereal number 2, you're getting 100% of what you need. If you're pregnant, for example, and you're really trying to make sure you're getting enough folic acid, cereal 2 would be a good choice for you. Of course, you want to look at the ingredients, see what's in there. Cereal number 1 has 6 ingredients. Cereal number 2 has a long list of ingredients. So if that's a consideration for you, you'll want to read over the ingredients. And then allergens. We already saw that cereal number 1 is gluten-free. Cereal number 2 contains wheat and may contain almond ingredients. So if you're concerned about that, then you're going to want to choose cereal number 1. So again, which is the right cereal? That depends. Depends on who you are, what your needs are, what your dietary issues or concerns are. what your limitations are. So the more you can really study the nutrition facts panel and get deep into the details, the better choice you're going to make for yourself. Now, just to throw a wrench into things, let's bring in a third cereal, which has a serving size of a half cup. So this is a little hard to compare now because it's a smaller serving. You're going to have to double that serving and double all of these numbers in order to do an accurate comparison with cereals 1 and 2. Check out the Dietary Fiber for this all brand cereal. 10 grams of fiber, or 40% daily value, in a half a cup of this cereal. So if you were to have a whole cup, as with the other 2 cereals, you would be getting 20 grams of fiber, or 80% of the recommended daily fiber for a 2,000 calorie a day diet. This is probably why the serving size is set at half a cup, because that's a lot of fiber to eat in one sitting. That could really wreak havoc on your digestive system, so you would really want to ease into that. But when you're ready to get into some advanced nutrition facts panel reading, then you can begin to play around with mixing and matching. So what if you had a half a cup of cereal number 3 along with a half a cup of cereal number 1? You're getting a good amount of fiber, an excellent amount of fiber actually, but maybe not quite enough calories from cereal number 3. Only 80 calories are in a half a cup. So that's not going to fill you up for the morning. You add some calories by having some of cereal number 1. Just a thought. So don't be afraid to get creative and combine different cereals. It may be that there isn't one right cereal out there for you, but that the right cereal for you is actually a combination of 2 or 3 different cereals. So have fun with it, get creative, read your nutrition facts panels, and make good choices.